FEMA Resource Requirements Calculator is an IBM Cognos solution designed to allow FEMA administrators, national and regional personnel, along with state emergency management personnel, the ability to plan and respond to national emergencies such as an earthquake, hurricane, or terrorist incident. This dashboard view of the requirements calculator provides a federal perspective on the resources needed to respond to an emergency at the regional and state level. We see a series of charts identifying the inventory of each of the common resources needed when responding to an emergency. Federal users have the ability to drill down into each FEMA region to view the individual state inventories of each commodity. This is just one of the many views available to administrators needed to track these commodities, along with the number of individuals likely to be affected by an emergency. As we can see, along the left-hand side of this dashboard is a list of popular reports available to users that can give them better insight into the readiness of states responding to a particular emergency. With a single click, users can gain insight into how state resource stores and distribution capacity will serve an emergency event. Here we see a graphical report designed to show how state delivery capacity measures up against the expected population needs during a pending event. Focusing on a particular region, we can see that FEMA's Region 6 appears to have sufficient capacity over the first 72 hours of the event to meet its population needs. However, drilling down into a specific state like Louisiana, we see that the state has insufficient resources to meet the needs of a population across the initial days of the event. After returning to the dashboard, we see how pre-configured reports allow regional and national administrators insight into which states planning for an event have insufficient capacity of either goods or distribution capability to serve their estimated affected populations. This report displays a color-coded view of the states and their capacity limitations across the first 3 days of an event. In this example, we see that the state of Texas is significantly underprepared for the upcoming event, with as much as 67% of their population unable to be served. Access to this type of information is key to emergency managers in their response to a national emergency. Next, we will see how the resource calculator gives emergency managers geographic information regarding the populations about to be affected by an event. This map report displays color-coded renderings of states based on the number of individuals estimated to be affected at different periods during an event. Understanding where the largest populations affected reside is key to responding to future events. Users can work interactively with the graphical report to view different periods to see population trends. Next, we will see how the solution gives emergency managers the ability to analyze data entered by state representatives. This analysis capability provides a flexible interface for answering complex questions in a timely manner prior to and during an event. In this example, we will drill down into information on Region 6 in this pre-configured analysis. Although this analysis shows all commodity requirements for the states, it is a simple task to focus on a few key commodities in a question such as water and meals. Emergency managers now have a quick answer to how much additional water and how many additional meals are required by states affected by the event. Rather than working with a pre-configured analysis, users have the ability to create one from scratch. In this example, we recreate the prior analysis in just a few steps. As we can see, several different hierarchies of data are available, including regions, commodities, and commodity sources. In this analysis, we select Region 6 along with the on-hand quantity measure for water and meals. Adding a wrinkle to this analysis, we can filter our data on commodities being supplied by non-governmental organizations, or NGOs. Because NGOs typically have less capacity for transporting resources, administrators might want to know how much of each state's supplies come from these sources. Finally, we can generate a graphical view of the data represented by simply using one of the many options found within Cognos analysis capability. Finally, we will move to the heart of the resource requirements calculator. The solution allows each state's emergency managers the ability to notify FEMA administrators what they estimate their affected populations will be during an emergency event. The solution also provides them the capability to enter information about the resources they have on hand and the distribution capability they plan to put into the field to meet citizen requirements. In this example, we are acting in the role of an emergency manager from Louisiana. We will update the estimated affected population at the onset of the event from 2 million to 3 million people. Next, we update the number of points of distribution, or pods, that the state plans to put into the field after the first 24 hours of the event. Finally, we update the number of water bottles in inventory based on new commitments from local non-governmental organizations, such as the Red Cross. Once inputs are complete, state administrators can post their changes to the centralized FEMA database for reporting and analysis. Once data entry is complete, state, regional, and national administrators can review the state plans to determine if adequate supplies and distribution capability are present for the event. This web-based worksheet gives administrators feedback as to which commodities are in short supply, color-coding them based on preset warning limits. Should the requirements for a particular commodity change, users can input new daily requirements and see how these changes affect state readiness. This demonstration of the FEMA Resource Requirements Calculator represents only a fraction of the capability available in this solution. Because this is a web-based Cognos business intelligence and planning solution, FEMA has the ability to modify and enhance the solution significantly with additional planning, reporting, and analysis functionality. Should your organization wish to explore this or other Cognos-based performance management solutions, please contact your IBM Cognos representative.